Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the SFB Avi Makers live stream doing some Scott Fishbowl Avies for Scotch Fishbowl 11. Steven is here with us. I mean, I'm in host mode. I'm sorry.
You're all
And
good. You're all
also,
good.
dropped one of the periscopes. So, Steve, why don't you just fill some fill some time real quick, talk about what's going on, and I'm going to fix this problem real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you're just joining us for the first time, we are making some Scott Fish Bowl 11 Avi's live here on Twitter and YouTube. We have a whole list of people we are going to be choosing from to make some avatars, maybe some banners along the way as well. We don't know what bands, what divisions, what names we are going to be doing. This is going to be completely random. So, God help us all as we get things rolling here. So, we'll be moving around for the next 2 hours, give or take. So
Yeah,
we'll be
yeah,
we'll be
that's
rolling
the
there,
plan.
and yeah, we'll be having some fun along the way, talking some Scott Fishbowl, and yeah, just a couple of things that we have going on in terms of how we dive into everything. So, hello everybody! For those of you joining us in the comments, I see a couple of our potential subjects in the comments
hmm
as well.
Here's Corbin. He's excited. You know, he was one of the first ones to join my contest. We've got Jorge, who these Avies go to 11. Nice. And then Brian Douglas, he reached out, wanted to know when we were going to be streaming. So awesome. So before we get into all this, you got to stretch the opening. We got to make sure that everyone gets a chance
Yeah,
to jump in. We have 21 viewers right now. That's pretty awesome.
fantastic.
But it's Father's Day. I am only a fur daddy. Uh, I have a kitten that we adopted a couple months ago. She's amazing and treat her like a child. But Steven, you are a father. So
That
how
is
was your
correct.
Father's Day? Give us a little inside scoop.
It was good. We were at a wedding last night, so drove back from that this morning, and aside from that, just had a nice, for the most part, quiet day. Got the gifts from the kids. They gave me these. There's this company that makes Marvel golf balls that are really cool. They got like this
Okay.
matte finish. And I'm like, I don't even want to play with these. These look so nice. And then they're like, yeah, it's $15 for a 4-pack. I'm like, I really don't want to play with these now because as soon as I lose one, I'm going to be pissed. So yeah, had fun with that and just hung out for the day. Had some pizza for dinner. Just a nice, quiet day. Watched some golf. Just relaxed. All is good. So it was a fun day with the family.
Nice. That is awesome. Yeah. We just went out to eat for like a late lunch and kind of hit the bars on the way back. One of the things before we get running, I thought it was kind of a special occasion. I pulled out a nice Irish whiskey to drink while streaming
Tasty,
today.
tasty.
So just wanted to let everyone know how great Redbreast 12-year-old aged whiskey is. Not the cheap stuff, but pour myself a little bit here, and let's get going. So, how do we want to start this? Let's start off by showing. So Steven came in and he had ideas right off the rip. So Faith brought up, how were the contest entrants going to be picked? How are these guys going to be picked? So Steven came in. Well, bam, we have a spinning wheel. So we're going to be choosing from the spinning wheel. But before we go into all of that, I do want to just kind of talk about who got in, how the contest went, all of that stuff. It was pretty great. A lot of engagement today. We have, I believe, 9 people that were able to complete the contest. You had to retweet my post about it and then comment with your division. From there, I went and looked you up in the system and just checked to make sure, like another Avi maker hadn't already picked you, because these guys are constantly working. There's constantly Avis getting sent into our group chat where, we're just kind of, it's partly showing off, partly asking each other like any critiques, but it's a great way to track the progress. And right now, I think we're over 300 total Avis ordered. We're coming up on 5,000
Yeah.
$5,000 in donations.
Yeah. So 336 orders,
Oh wow.
$4,850 has been raised for Fantasy Cares. So fantastic numbers, blowing last year out of the water. And there's still time to go. We still got 2 weeks until all this kicks off, so plenty of time. And still, let's see, there's only 336 people in there. That means there's over 1,500 that still have not gotten an Avi. Still plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Yes. So, and that's not even counting the satellites.
Oh, that's correct. I forgot about the satellites. So that's another almost 2,000 people.
Yeah. So if you haven't gone yet, go to sfbavimakers.com. Order your Avi. They're coming. We're going through them all. We've got, man, I think we got like close to 10 guys working on it. So we've been cranking them out pretty fast. And also make sure you're following on Twitter at SFB_Avi makers. So with that, let's jump over and talk our contestants today. So I'm going to run through who we have in the wheel and what artists we might be creating for. So the first one, we've got Peter Gent. He's in Guns N' Roses. Todd Foster, Genesis. Sorry, I can't speak. Steve Perkins is No Doubt. Eric Haroff, Def Leppard. Jorge Edwards, Snoop Dogg. We got the Midway Monsters and Alice in Chains. Josh Kimmel, Frank Sinatra. We got Cole in Journey. Corbin is in Rage Against the Machine. Ray Mars is AC/DC. And James McGuire, Tom Petty. So without
I haven't done a Tom Petty yet.
Ado, yeah,
all
I actually
so we're gonna
didn't realize it was there, but
there's
so many artists. Like I was going through the division list on scottfishbowl.com, and I think I was looking for something in particular. I can't remember what it was, and it just goes on forever and ever and ever, and it's still not completely filled in because I think they're only at 90% invited right now. So there's still a chance you make it into Scott Fishbowl. And if you get into Scott Fishbowl, make sure you get your Avi. So
without further ado, here we go.
Yeah. It is. I don't know if it's just me, but it looks. Oh, James McGuire. Here we go. James McGuire is going to be Tom Petty. There it is. We were just talking about that one. So,
all right.
Yeah, here we go. How about we do this? We've got both of us here. We've got all of these names. Spin the wheel again.
All right, let's roll.
Yeah. That's cool. It automatically takes that name out.
Ooh!
And we got Jorge Edwards. So who would you rather take? Tom Petty or Snoop Dogg?
Oh, man.
I'll take Snoop Dogg because I kind of want, and I'm hoping Jorge's cool with this. I want to integrate. Oh man, he's great friends with that lady. Oh my god, why am I blanking right now?
Martha Stewart.
Yes, Martha Stewart. I want to incorporate Martha Stewart, and I believe
Oh
that
god.
he's got a header along with it. So I'm gonna do some like Snoop
Oh
Dogg
man.
making cookies with Martha Stewart. Yeah, he does have a header. So
Oh gosh.
this is gonna be great. So yeah, here we go. We've got our first two. A little bit for you guys that didn't make it. We've got 2 hours to fill. And we
Yeah,
got a list of 8 names, and we've got another guy coming. So we
there's
might
gonna
get
be more
through all 8
rounds.
of you. So it wasn't really a contest. It was more of give us a list and we're gonna run with it.
So we're gonna see here. So I'm looking at James's request here. Would like it to be based around the wolf design for the song "You Don't Know How It Feels." Great song. If you could include an Irish symbol or color, would be great too. Thanks. Okay.
Ooh.
Easy enough.
Okay.
So just the avatar here. Okay. Huh. All right. I think I've got ideas here. You know, every time I think Tom Petty, I've been on a King of the Hill kick on Hulu,
Nice.
and for those who don't know, Tom Petty voiced Lucky, who was Luann's husband in the later seasons of King of the Hill. Very underrated character, very funny.
Yeah. That was something I wanted to talk about. Okay, it's Father's Day. What's the most dad thing that you watch on TV?
Oh God, I mean that man, you're gonna. I got to think about this.
Because I got something, and it's probably potentially embarrassing, but you know, I wanted to see what the answers
The
were to
most
that
dad thing
question.
I watch. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what would be considered a dad thing to watch. If we're talking like cartoons or like watching with the kids, or we're just talking like off the wall stuff that might be on TV where I'm like, I need to watch this.
Like, Ancient Aliens, you watch Home Improvement, like something that is just like, this old house from like
Oh
the 80s kind of thing. Like, what is the
man,
dad thing that you watch?
dad thing that I watch.
Because I'm about
You
to
know, it,
blow your mind with what I watch.
it's
It
funny. I
Yeah.
don't I don't watch as much TV as I feel I do.
Mhm.
Which is to an extent kind of depressing. But we're just so busy. Like
Yeah.
because I watch a lot of South Park. I watch a lot of I'm pumped for the Rick and Morty
Oh, there
premiere
you go.
tonight. So that honestly, like there's nothing like home improvement that I really
Mhm.
latch onto. There's just nothing about that. If there's anything, and it's stupid because it's the industry that I work in for my day job. There's a show and it's on an obscure channel, Discover America. It's
Mhm.
called it's about RVs. It's basically a house hunter version of RVs. And I'm like, oh well, I haven't seen this RV before. And I'm like, I'm almost like a nerd about my own work and
Mhm.
think like, okay, like, this is okay. I'd probably say that, which is really weird to say. But yeah, I don't know. There's not much that really, I don't know, stands out, I guess, in that regard.
Okay.
So how are you gonna blow my mind here? What do you got?
Okay. Yeah. So I watch a ton of TV. In fact, because I sit at my desk and I have an iPad that's just always on because I have to be doing multiple things at once. I can't just be sitting still, especially working and everything, doing designs all day and whatnot. So I watch The Curse of Oak Island on
What
History
is
Channel.
that?
Okay,
I don't think
so
I've heard of
when
that one.
yeah, yeah. So this is a treasure hunt show where there's this legend of this island out in Nova Scotia where like hundreds of years ago Spanish, like what are they? Like the Spanish Navy, or they're even talking about possibly the Ark of the Covenant back in like the 1300s or 1200s from the Knights Templar, came to this island, little rinky-dink island, and buried this treasure like nine or well, was it like 200 feet underground. And the way it was discovered was these local kids kind of ran across this sunken hole and started digging, and they found like interesting things like wood that shouldn't be there, like in 10-foot verticals. And they just kept going, and then it like filled with water because there was like a booby trap. And so for this was in the 1700s, and since then there have been countless explorers trying to find this treasure, and so many theories of like what it could be, from like Romans coming in like the earth, the BCs, and or to the Knights Templar in like the 1200s, or the Spanish Navy like sacking some major Southern American city and taking all the gold and burying it there. So right now I'm on 8 seasons, and the majority of what it is
There's 8
hey, we
seasons
have
of
a
this?
theory. Yeah, 8 seasons of 20 something episodes. They go through, and it's like, hey, we have a theory. We're gonna, like test, like drill down, and it's like, oh, hey, we found wood, like we found these things. They never find gold. I don't think they ever will. I don't think it's there, but I still watch it.
I refuse to believe this exists.
And it's funny because all came from what piqued my interest with it is when I was in high school, I had a high school teacher who explained this theory, like, man, 20 years ago at this point, talked about this mystery. And so I knew about it. And then I just happened to watch like the first episode because I was running out of stuff to watch. And essentially like the two main people that are funding this are from the city that I grew up in. So it was like I had this personal connection from like multiple angles.
Now I have to watch this.
And yeah, and it's like I just want to get through it because I know they're not going to
Oh,
find the
man.
treasure. And my wife tells me it's like the stupidest show to watch. Like they're never
Oh,
going to find
man.
anything, and I'm a dad. I just
You're wasting
sit
your
there.
time.
Yeah. But it's all background noise anyways, so
Right. I mean, what isn't background noise these days? I mean, really, it's like,
mhm.
I fall asleep so quickly. Like, I that's why I struggle to even like watch anything these days. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. So I pulled up mine. I don't know if you've got anything working on yours. I can kind of start
I
switching back and forth on us.
I do slightly. I just need to adjust the little fishbowl friend we have here. So a little trying to figure out the best way to go about this, because some of these, yeah, they're easy to just figure out from the jump, and then others you have to sit there and think
Mhm.
quite a bit, which honestly those are the more fun ones to an extent. Um and really, I again, I know we've talked about this numerous times, but just the fact that these are so much more, not painstaking, but just a little bit more go with the flow than Toys was last year.
Mhm.
It does make it a little easier to try and circumvent some issues you might run into, and thankfully it's been a situation of, okay, well, instead of one thing from 1988 I have to work with that some guy uploaded to his like old school like web page that hasn't been touched since 1999. I actually have like
Yeah.
a decent amount of things, to work with here.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
tons of fan art out there.
oh yeah.
There's
Uh, I will say this though, for a few of the artists, it's been very repetitive when it comes to the fan art. It's like no one's had like a
Mhm.
custom idea to go out and actually do fan art that hasn't been thought of by everybody else, which is weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I saw that, when I was doing my, My Chemical Romance, uh, Avi last night. It was tough to find. I was One thing I was trying to do was kind of feed off of one of the ideas in the SFB Avi chat. I can't get this stupid little piece here. I don't even think I need it. Never mind. Um, I wanted to put the fishbowl in someone's hand. So I wanted to put it in like Gerard Way's hand. And
man, yeah, I
I
feel your
ended up
pain.
I went through a couple different like possible pieces of art, like actual or images, grabbing an image where he had his hand like open, so I tried to just flip it so it was up and like available. But then like I looked at it more and his face wasn't really doing anything exciting, so I was like, this isn't it. So I ended up getting a piece of fan work, which wasn't terrible, but it was like all of the fan work was like the same. And I actually took the piece of artwork out of a picture frame that someone was selling it. Uh so like it was like an image of a room with this picture frame like on an angle, and it just happened to be that the poster was like a white background, so I was just able to like really quickly grab it, and I was like this, and it turned out great.
So you're
That
good then.
My Chemical Romance one. Yeah, no, it worked out for sure.
All
I
right,
just
I
want to
need
make sure.
to figure out the best way to do this.
Yeah, share your
Hmm.
screen so I can pop over.
Yeah, I gotta do that here. I'm kind of far along because
You're far
part of the
along.
part of the request was fairly simple to attack here. All right, I'm up. I'm sharing.
All right. Oh, look at that.
So this was Tom Petty in the Moon. It's now Fishbowl.
Hmm.
He wanted this to be Irish colors or Irish theme, so did that.
Hmm.
Now the one thing I need to do is I need to replace the words around the outside. We need to get some extra Scott Fishbowl adjustment in here. But yeah, it like I said, from the jump, some of these can be really easy to really jump on, which in this situation, since we have so many people that are waiting to see if their name comes up, works out great.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely.
With everything that we have going on. So yeah. Um, my problem here is, so what I'm doing now, for those of you who are not familiar with Photoshop, it's called a stamp tool. And so basically what I'm able to do is clone a different piece of this and match the color here. So like if I wanted to like if I wanted to make like this part up here green, I would just click up here, drag over, and then a scribble, but then obviously that would screw everything up. We don't want to do that, so we'll leave it as is. This is going to be the part that's going to throw me off, and I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but we're going to try here. Think. Okay, I
Oh,
got an
we've got
idea.
some pretty good comments. Just kind of throw in here. Um, Let's see. We've got Steve shouting out congrats to Jorge. Can't wait to see how it comes out. Faith commenting on yours saying baller. Uh, it came out pretty good. And then Mike B. McKinnon said he slipped on pee at the Costco. Just had to throw that one in there. You can't comment things like that and not expect me to put it up on the screen. So,
interesting evening. All right, that worked. Okay. We're good. We're good. That worked. So now the main thing is, what are we going to replace the circle with? Huh.
The outer
I gotta
circle.
I gotta find text to. I gotta think about what I want to do for text for that outer circle. That's gonna be a fun part here. But we're gonna convert this into one, so that's covered. So we're good there. What do we got behind this eclipse? Nothing. All right, we're good there. We still got to put his handle. And then I believe he also wanted a site affiliation. So he had Fantasy Corner in here. So we're gonna, because there was not a logo, so I might have to go tracking stuff down. See if we can find that.
What logo is it?
Fantasy Corner.
Oh, okay. That's not one I'm aware of.
I'm not either. There's a Wix site. Ooh, it's a dragon. Okay. That's too small. Shoot. I don't know how. Okay, switch back to yours because I'm going to be diving into a bunch of website code now to try and track down this image.
No problem.
Unless people want to learn how to build a website in real time.
Yeah, well, just throw yourself into inspect and then use the search tool and just hover over it. And
Oh,
it
yeah,
should
you're
give
right.
you the
You're right.
code.
Yep, you are correct.
All right. So what I want to do here is what I did was Snoop was in the chair, but it was just like cut out. I wanted to be able to have like the back of the chair still in.
Is that Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I like the idea behind it. I don't know if I like what I'm doing. I don't know. So this is one of the problems is always like you get through some stuff. Oh, I guess maybe that's what if I shrink him? That would be the way to go there. Let's see. Sometimes you don't always like what you do. It's a little bit of playing with what you're doing here. Ooh. Obviously, he's got to be at the bottom. Yeah, a lot of design is just playing, putting things together, seeing what comes of it.
So Wix is apparently getting better at hiding their images.
Really?
Yes. Huh.
What's the URL real quick?
Here, I will put it into the private chat unless I'm missing something completely, which is very possible.
So we got a direct question here from Jorge. We should which program do you all enjoy using more, Photoshop or Illustrator? I'll let you go first on this one.
I'm a Photoshop guy. Illustrator has been one of the lone program that has always tended to annoy me the most out of the Creative Cloud family, and that's saying a lot given that, After Effects exists and Dreamweaver exists. All the other fun programs that go with Adobe. Photoshop has just always been it's I think it just because it's become more natural to me, and I also teach it, so it's a lot easier to I guess go about Photoshop and just figuring out what you can do in a quicker amount of time. Where Illustrator, obviously, getting more into vectors and things, because a lot of what I do is just more like goofy stuff. It's not necessarily in a professional sense. Um, so I think that also kind of leans itself towards looking at Photoshop more than Illustrator. So really, it's just kind of a personal preference thing, if anything.
Yeah. I sent over the link to the image. I don't think you're gonna be able. Well, what you can do is you can pull up the image, try and blow it up, and take a
Ooh, that's gonna
screenshot.
be
It's
because
a
this is the
web
one that I was
protected
able to
image.
find. Yeah, that's the one I was able to find, and I didn't know if there was a larger version of it that was hiding in uh
Mm, the
whatever
code.
that thing is. Yeah.
There's the background there. Um,
I want to see how big this pops up as. I don't think it's going to be much, but
yeah.
it's not. Hmm.
When it comes to my
It's a
preference
WebP
between
file.
Photoshop and Illustrator, uh, you know, essentially they're all tools. They're all meant to do different things in the sense of like, and I kind of went into this in our last stream,
Yep.
but there's two types of images out there. You have vector images and you have raster images, and this is really going down the rabbit hole of like super technical design stuff, but a raster image is pixels. It is an image created by dots on a screen, and those dots have a size. So when you increase the size of your image without increasing the amount of dots, all you're doing is stretching them. That's why you get bad quality of images, and and stuff. So, pixel images can shrink, they can't expand. But with a vector image, which is what you do with Illustrator, you're creating images or designs that are based on a formula. And that formula can be stretched and it can shrink. It can, you can put it up on the side of a building. And so it's just a matter of like different purposes for your design. What I'm doing today is creating in both Photoshop and Illustrator, because Illustrator works really good with text. And I'm kind of doing some things with the filters in the Photoshop to make sure things look uh, proper and exciting, and also you want it to not look like there's two different images collaged together. You kind of want there to be a common gradient between all the images that you're using.
Very true.
I just
Very, very true.
So like I want Snoop Dogg to actually look like he's sitting on his throne, not like I cut him out and put him in an image on the throne.
Exactly. All right.
So
So I don't know where this is going to go. There really isn't a great place for this logo to go.
let's switch over to you.
We're going to go there anyway. Um,
I just had something shared.
But the other thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to see if I can get this to be a little bit more blended.
The fantasycornerfootball.com. Hold on. Fantasy corner Um, interesting.
Okay, so we'll make it like this green, because I can't cut around that just because of the size of that image, which does make it a little bit difficult for what this is. And then the other thing we're going to do here, using the circle tool, we're going to make a path around this sucker. And move it. Ah, no. For the love of God. Not going to do that right now. We're going to make it a separate layer.
Okay, so I'm just going to toss in. Ooh, actually, I like this idea.
It's funny, is like we talked about this the other night too, but also just kind of like talking to yourself as it like goes along, and you're like, oh, this idea will work, and it's like, that's just part of it. Like, I can be sitting in a room by myself and literally won't even like realize what I'm doing, or I'll be talking, and then my wife will walk in and she'll be like, are you really, like, who are you talking to in here? I'm like, no one. Like, just being myself, talking out loud because I got nothing better to do.
Yeah, I sometimes do that. I'm not necessarily. It's a lot in my head, a matter of like I'm talking in my head, and since I'm on the live stream, I know that I can't be just in my head, so that necessarily what I'm saying all the time, but
oh man. All right, so we've got this. I'm gonna try and get this as centered as humanly possible around this, which is going to be tough, because I'm pretty sure that it's not 100% balanced itself, which is the fun with these older school designs. So we'll do Tom Petty Division Heavy right? VIVISION? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Faith
is in the comments. I know she's my editor, so she should know the spellings here.
Faith, where are you?
At, Faith? Yeah.
Might just do this one because it's another thing I gotta check here just to be safe. Because that was the other thing. Is it the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers division, or is it the Tom Petty division? Because that's two different things.
I believe it's Heartbreakers. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Heartbreakers.
Okay. I'm just gonna confirm just to be safe here.
We have another designer. What's up, Maddie?
What is up, Maddie? He's muted. the dreaded StreamYard mute. Still not hearing you.
Damn StreamYard changing my.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. All right, I just got back from vacation, setting up everything. Everything was all messed up, so I'm back.
All good. All good. How are you?
Doing well, man. I'm ready to start making avatars again. It's been 2 days.
There you go.
Yeah, you're having withdrawals. Is that how it normally goes?
That's how it goes, man. I've been making some nice ones, and I just want to keep making them.
Yeah.
I hear you, man. It's
making nice ones, dude.
It gets addicting after a while. You're just like, all right, I'm gonna be in a groove and just keep rolling with things.
Yeah, you get in that workflow.
Yes, sir. All right. So since you're on here, so we have a group of names that have wanted to see their stuff made in real time. They are in the back end of the site. So what we were doing is we were spinning a wheel, and wherever it lands, that is the one that you have to do. So have everything between AC/DC and No Doubt, and I don't even know what else. We had a whole bunch of them. So either we can have Nate read off the different divisions, or I can just click the wheel and you can be surprised when we're all
just click the wheel for me.
Just click the wheel. All right, let's see what we got here. Eric H.
I believe that's Eric H.
He's
from
Def
Dynasty
Leppard.
Nerds.
Def Leppard. All right.
Oh, great. One of the harder bands.
You're gonna put your skills to the test right away here.
Yeah.
Here we'll do this. Because I know his last name.
Hair-off.
See if we can.
But if you
Yeah,
just do that,
Yep,
yeah.
here we go.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, 2541. Yep. So
He probably wants Dynasty Nerds in there.
Dynasty Nerds, IDP guys, and NFL Draft Bible.
Okay, sweet.
So you got a doozy here. Pyromania
Yeah.
or Rock of Ages album cover.
My weakest part in making these avatars is making those logos fit in there. Man.
Yeah, it's
I can make
yeah,
this
you have
a
to get
fishbowl.
creative.
Yeah, I
the-
put the fishbowl in there, but then you run out of space.
Yeah, it's it turns into a predicament pretty easily in some situations, but you gotta do what you can.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see here. I think I'm gonna try this because it's been a while since I've used this tool in Photoshop, and it's not gonna let me do that. Okay.
What you trying to do there?
Get the text to flip. And
Oh,
normally,
do you have the there's
Oh.
little lines on the edge. Yeah.
there it is.
You
I
should be
got it.
able
All
to-
right.
Yep.
Usually I just rasterize the layer and then just flip it. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
That's if I'm
Yeah.
done with a font.
That's one of the reasons why I do my text in Illustrator, just so that I don't have to rasterize it and I can still like mess around with it and everything.
Yeah, that's probably the safer bet to do things that way. I will not disagree with you on that end by any means. Here, we're gonna go back here. I'm gonna pull this off screen.
Is there a Snoop Dogg font? Hey.
There
Oh,
there
man.
has to be. There has to be a Snoop Dogg font.
Yeah,
If there
maybe
isn't, I
maybe
think I
I'll-
might be a little disappointed that there isn't.
Hold on. I'll just I'm gonna stop my camera real quick for a split second. Okay, good. That's fine.
Okay, so we got that.
There we go.
All right.
And my little fur baby here.
No, and there's any other questions come into the chat too, feel free to drop them in. I know we got a few people watching us here and building our stuff along for what we have going on. Again, it's one of those things like we've mentioned a couple times where it can be quiet, awkward, whatever you want to call it. Depending on what we have going on. And again, we get into the groove of things and sometimes we might go silent a little bit. But again, if anybody has any questions on anything, do not hesitate to answer or ask them in the chat here. Because we're going to be here for a while. We're going to be dropping as many of these as we possibly can, by the time that it's all said and done. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I think I'm done on this one. So we got the fantasy corner. We got the wolf design, the Irish symbol color. So we got the orange and green rolling. Trying to think if there is anything else that would need to be incorporated into this. But I think for the most part, this one is completed. So we're just going to take that as a finished product for now.
There we go. Maddie, what do you have? Do you share your screen? I can throw yours up there, what you're working on. Yeah, and I am keeping a look at the comments to see what's coming through, but I will say that I, zero right in on my work, and I might miss something. So
Okay, so here we go.
pull over to show mine here a little bit. I got Snoop there, and just trying to find a good font to go with.
Is that for Jorge?
Yeah,
that it is.
Oh, dude, that was sweet. He's gonna love that. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, he's in the chat too.
Awesome. Tell Jorge what's up, guys.
He just said,
There he is.
appreciate all your hard work. I need to find a good, just a Gothic font. That's all it is. Gothic fonts.
And like with a lot of these, the other thing too is I always feel weird about I don't know what the exact word is, like just sending the link in the website and being like, it's done. Like just like letting them know like on the site and then being like, okay, like just make sure everything's good here instead of being like done, click, see ya.
Yeah, no, I understand that. And like that was one of the things, like I wanted to make sure first off that was going to work properly. Because when I set up the site, like you would hate for someone to not receive that email and for the designer to
Right.
not like go maybe the next step of like sending out a tweet regarding that. And that's kind of what I've been doing is I sent out the email. I then will go to Twitter and just kind of alert them and let say like, hey, here's your delivery, and to find the high res images, check your email. That's about as much as I could do. And I will be completely honest, I love the good positive feedback. So any more of that dopamine I can get, I will do it. So, kind of throw out.
We are addicted. We are addicted.
Addicted to praise.
We're not cocky, we swear. Oh man.
Yeah, I busted out like I think so. There were 3 more I did last night, and I started posting them, and everyone's commenting and saying like, "Oh, it's so great." And so I did one of those collages like that I saw you guys do like last year, and
Yep.
So I just kind of put them all together, and I just commented. I was like, "Look at that range," and I put the GIF from what was that movie? It's Will Ferrell, and he's just like, I'm a little hot potato right now. And I was like, I swear I'm not like completely conceited.
I don't know what movie that is. Man, Will Ferrell movies is not my strong suit.
It's where it's the movie with the Zoolander. Zoolander. That's
Oh, okay. All right. Mugatu.
Blue Steel.
yeah, he's Mugatu. Blue Steel. Yeah.
Okay. Is that the second one or the first one he says that?
It
'Cause
was
I
the
haven't
first
seen the
one.
second
It was
one.
it was like right after something's so hot right now.
Yeah. Okay.
It like the next line he says, "I'm a little hot potato." And I was like, that works. It's funny.
Yeah, that's
I'll run
totally a
with it.
Zoolander character. I remember that. That's such a good scene.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. So what do you guys think on this one? I think I've got everything. I've got missing the oh, thanks, Jorge. Before I send this out, misspelled. There we go.
You got that in white. That looks sharp. Okay.
Yeah, I have seen Zoolander 2. It was not as good as Zoolander 1, but it was
I refuse to see it.
Watch. Really?
Yeah, I'm just like, that's gonna ruin everything for me. Like just from the first one. Like, I mean, it was cheesy enough. But man, yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. Something about it.
So I just want to get that elbow inside. These are like the last minute detail that I'm looking at is like, where's everything line up? We've got elbows inside the frame. The Twitter circle, this pretty much will cover most of it. The elbows might leave the profile image, but they'll crop out a little bit. But for the most part, like all of this is just going to follow that Twitter circle. Jorge's name's up here. Let me make sure I've got all the deliveries for this. There's the order. Okay. And this is just the Avi. He does have a banner. I'll be working on that next. So Twitter handle. We got the division, which is Snoop Dogg. I don't think you have to. Here's one of my design teachers. This was one of his lessons. He put on the board an apple, and then he wrote Apple underneath. And he said, you never have to, in design, you should never do this. And he showed, the apple and then the word. He said, and so he covered up the Apple graphic. And he's like, you either do this, which was just you write out Apple, or you put the graphic or the image so that people, you already know, you look at it, it's Snoop Dogg. You don't need me to also put the type in saying Snoop Dogg. And that was kind of, when you have that iconic image, you don't have to go so far as to, people recognize it. You don't also have to tell them, a second time.
Right.
So,
yeah.
We got fantasy frames in there. We got the fishbowl. I don't know if you guys saw this. I added white to the fishbowl, the colored one.
Yes.
That Jeff put together. Awesome job on his end putting together that colored fishbowl.
The water.
But then just with the water, and then I just kind of added that extra detail. I've been using it in a few places, and it's come out pretty nice. Let me save this as this in here. I like to be very organized.
Okay, so I've got I'm all wrapped up with mine here. We still have 7 names that are on our spinny wheel. So we're gonna see who pulls up here. I don't remember who the bands are, so I'm kind of afraid. Oh, here we go.
I'm still looking at Def Leppard source images. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Dave.
All right, that one is Alice in Chains.
Oh, God.
And he has a header. He's got a header with him as well.
All right. Okay. This one I'm going to have to think about. So I'm going to be in the same position as Maddie here momentarily.
Yep.
Man, it's rough. I'm still deciding if I want to go like on stage, if I want to do like an album. I don't know, man. This is like the longest part for me.
So this is kind of free reign on this one. So no site affiliation, no preference for colors or anything else. Okay.
Those are the
All right.
best ones. I really feel like a lot of the guys put out the best work when there's no like stipulations, just run wild, and our creative side just takes hold.
Yeah. Let me see here. This is a fellow Bears fan too, in Dave. He may be from Canada, but he is a fellow Bears fan like myself. Might have to incorporate that. I'm feeling inspiration.
There you go.
Oh man.
I have some good inspiration for this. This header image. You remember the like awkward, what is it? The awkward photos from, I can't remember that movie. There was a movie, I believe it was with crap. What's his name? He does Between Two Hedges. Zach Galifianakis.
Oh yeah.
Where they go to like glamour shots and they just do these really awkward photos, and TikTok has been taking that to the next level where it's like brothers and sisters going and doing just like really ridiculous
reenacting like childhood photos.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And so what I'm gonna do is Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart in awkward positions. Just awkward photo. Snoop Dogg. Martha. I keep wanting to say Martha's Vineyard. Martha Stewart. So this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be hilarious. Yeah, let's see if I can't. Ooh, your little tool has helped.
Well, the worst part about this is like I can't remember anything specific about like Alice in Chains is one of those bands where like everybody knows who they are, but there's not like a one specific image that kind of follows them around like so many other bands have.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of struggling here off the
so
bat.
what's the Def Leppard image?
Well, Def Leppard, they've got that.
They got the album, where the face. It's crazy.
Well, just like that font is legendary that they have
Definitely.
too. I mean, thankfully, I guess for what you have, there's at least like, hey, use this album cover so you can get a little, narrowed down on that specifically. I do not know where to go here. Actually, I might now. Hold on. I think I might know what I'm doing now.
I always love that feeling when you just have no idea, and then something strikes, and you're just like, "Boom! There we go. We're doing this."
Oh man! Well, it's funny because like their initial release, it's just a picture of a 3-legged dog that looks sad as could be, and I'm like, oh god. Like this isn't like this isn't what I need. Man. Yeah, because Rainier Fog is a little bit older, and I don't think that was much to write home about for what they had in that one. Because they have that sun logo, that Sunish logo, but at the same time, I think a few people have used that already for designs here. Yeah, this one might take me a bit just to find something to work off with here. We're an hour in.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 done in an hour, which isn't terrible.
No.
Let's see here. Okay, I think we know what we're doing here now. Okay.
Background eraser tool. That doesn't. Huh. That one's kind of lame. You ever use the background eraser tool in Photoshop?
It's very hit or miss. Very hit or miss, depending on
photos of people.
Yeah, it is. What's the? I ran into a situation the other day where, I wanted it to, because like the issue with it is like even if there's more than one person, it tends to hone in on one person specifically, and won't grab the other person. So it's almost like, okay, you need to cut the image into two separate people, and then merge them back together after you do the background erase.
Gotcha. That's interesting. I'm using your magic eraser right now, which is pretty nice.
How many plugins?
I don't even know where the
just countless.
Here, instead of everybody looking at a black screen, if you got some other stuff going on, feel free to pop that up here.
Maddie, have you gotten a source image yet?
I think I might have just found one.
Nice. There you go. Yeah. Let me know. I can switch over to your screen.
Not yet. I'm gonna need 5 to 10.
Gotcha. Don't want to hog all of the spotlight.
Someone requested Martha Stewart.
No, it was Snoop Dogg, but I had to do Martha Stewart because
that's amazing.
It's just awesome how it's such a great like friendship, and watching. I don't watch the show, but like I've seen things regarding like those two, and it's just funny, and I just had to. And
that's great.
Jorge said that he appreciated it, so we're going with glamour shots.
I just
with
looked
Snoop
up
and
and
Martha.
saw it. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Because like the issue is there was what was his name? Lane Staley, who was with the he was the front man for Alice in Chains when he died of a drug overdose back in the early 2000s. So like a lot of the stuff is like when like the group reunited for like just like one-offs without him and stuff, and it's just like man, I think this would be easier.
Yeah, I definitely don't envy you and your choice there.
Yeah. The wheel has
spoken.
Yes.
Yeah, it has. That is. pull this over here, and we are going to
man.
grab that blue color.
I think I should just do a leopard.
Well, like leopard print?
Like a leopard, like in leopard print.
Okay, so you want
Maybe?
I want to do leopard print fishbowl. That's for sure something.
Okay, what did I just do here? You pull up. There it is, the gradient tool. Get over here.
It's got a free pick. You guys
Do
have
you use free pick as well?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. One of my. Oh, hey, look at now. That's cool. I didn't even realize that was gonna do that, but I pull.
Or are you messing with
No.
the light? The light,
No, I'm doing the gradient
lens
tool,
flare?
and
Oh,
I thought that I did something cool, but then I realized that all I did was replace black with the blue, and it wasn't actually what I was trying. Like it was. I'm trying to
But it looks
replicate
great.
the background. Yeah, I was trying to replicate the background, and I thought that like just by clicking it once, oh man, it did it. And then I realized no, it just replaced the black with the blue color, and so it looks similar, but it's not actually. It's not it. I want to keep that 50%.
all right. So the other issue I'm having is like a lot of these pictures of like the original lineup are like cut off on the sides, which does me zero favors.
Yeah.
I found a leopard print I really like. We're cooking.
I cannot wait to see this.
It's gonna be just my best ever. I'm making it my best. It's for the stream.
It's for the stream. Do it for the stream.
If it's not good, I'm disappointed in myself.
Oh goodness. Let's see here. Because at the same time, like, because I know, like, we all had to put down, like, who we wanted, like, what band we wanted or group we wanted. But I wonder, like, how many people are, like, not, like, familiar with the band in the division that they're in. And
Yeah,
and
I
so
could
they're
see
just
it.
like, you know, give me whatever.
There's that. This is the point where I will
It's a sweet
put
effort.
in.
That's great. I love everything about that.
It's perfect.
Oh man.
Okay, so
How happy are you that you got to do this?
I was thinking about this before we did the whole contest and everything. Like before we pulled the names, I was like, oh my god, I kind of really wish I get Jorge's because I really want to do this theme of just Martha and Snoop. So I believe that might be. I think I might actually have this font. I think it's Moon. Let's try Moon. I'll do regular. Don't worry, we will make this look good. was that font? Cloister. Let's see, we're going to make this white. This white. So we need to have, I want it to look clean. I'm going to need to put a stroke on that. Not terrible. Okay, so unintentionally, this worked out. Martha is in the foreground in this picture. Snoop is in the foreground in this picture. It works. It all plays out. I think I really like this header. Wow, that's awesome. I like when that works out in such a way. All right, so let's export this, and we're gonna sell it. I will be completely honest. When I signed up for SFB Avi Makers and found out that it was going to be music, I had full intentions of just doing like more of the punk and like pop, like the 2000s era. We lost you, Steven.
Oh, so I'm in like this 4x6 booth, and all of a sudden everything just went dark.
Oh no!
It kind of scared me. I'm just like, oh, all right. Guess I don't have power.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm sorry. I didn't even notice that you disappeared. I was so like, I think I was talking to you too. I was like, I'm here having a conversation with you, and didn't even realize you weren't there. And I was saying that when I signed up for all of this, I was expecting to, like, I was planning to just do like the pop punk, like the more grungy looking Avies. And I'm realizing here I am doing Snoop Dogg, and doing a phenomenal job at here. Toss these in, yeah, and we are going to do. This over here. I need to grab Jorge. And what's funny is, so are either of you guys going to the Fantasy Expo?
Oh yeah.
That is the plan, is to go.
Nice. I look forward to meeting you guys there.
That'd be great, man.
For sure.
As it stands right now, Jorge and I have a breakout session on IDP planned for that
Nice.
event. Yeah. Looking forward to talking some fantasy football there.
It's coming up quick too. Like it's like I'm looking at the calendar and I'm like, man, like next weekend is the last weekend of June. Like, how is this possible?
I turned 34 on this coming Wednesday, so I'm graduating from my early 30s to my mid 30s, which I get for some, I'm sure there's people watching that are in like their 40s, or maybe they're in their 20s and they're scared shitless. But it's kind of a thing in my head right now, thinking about like just getting older and time passing. Sorry, I just took this to an emo place. I apologize.
Oh man! Somebody get the My Chemical Romance back out.
Right. That's what I'm telling. Like, Faith brought this up. She noticed my my lip ring, so I got that on my 20th birthday. So I've had a lip ring for 14 years, or a lip piercing for 14 years now. I have not worn this in like, oh man, it's got to be like 3 or 4 years. just from jobs and different things like that, like wanting to look professional, getting out of college. And now that I'm turning like mid-30s, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to bring that back. And so I did. I went to Hot Topic, first time in a couple years, uh, and got myself a lip ring, put it in there because I wanted to feel young again.
Give me back my youth.
Yeah.
I hear you. And all right. I'm gonna throw in a little difference here in what we got going on.
This guy's order on the Avi Maker website. Who do I have again?
Eric Haroff.
Thank you.
Jorge, I just sent you the email. I will put it on Twitter now. Let me do that off my screen. Don't need to be
projecting to the world everybody's information.
Correct.
Done that accidentally before, and it's not a great feeling.
Yeah.
All right, so for Dave, we're gonna throw in some pieces here to give it a little custom flair. Color range, we're gonna drop the black in on this. Oh, it's gonna do all of it. Well, that shouldn't matter for that. So actually I need to do that anyway. So we're gonna delete that out. And that's not gonna make a difference down there. So that actually works out.
Oh, this guy wants a Rock of Ages. Or he said Rock of Ages or Pyromania. So I guess I'm doing Pyromania.
Because Rock of Ages is also the name of that musical, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Taking this in a completely different direction. I apologize.
It's all good. I gotta find a good cropped image of Pyromania.
All right, Steven, you wanna run the wheel for me?
Another spin of the wheel? Yes, we'll do that.
Yeah.
I need to share my stuff again after I lost power. All right, here we go. We're ready. We're down to 6 names.
Yeah.
See who we get. Round and round and round we go. Steve Perkins.
Woohoo! Hey, look at that. I know him. Hey, he's a friend from work.
I know that guy.
All right, let's see what Steve wants here. Actually, believe I might have forgotten. Okay. Let me finalize that one. Order was shipped. Ooh, this is a fun one. Oh,
what is it?
This.
What we got here?
No Doubt.
Oh.
So I actually did a pink Avi last night, which ended up becoming a duplicate. But I kind of feel like it's a similar aesthetic, and so I kind of saw this No Doubt one as a possibility, and I was like, oh man, this will be another really good Gwen Stefani, kind of like that punkish like woman center piece, but it's still kind of like colorful, and I'm excited for this one. This is good. So we got Steve Perkins here. He want. Oh, okay. So, no doubt the division, and then he wants to include mountains and orange and blue coloring. We're doing another banner. So, let me get my stuff here.
Okay, so with this one, I gotta figure out a way to get around what I've created with wanting to do a okay. Okay. So we're going to do this. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. Because again, that's the fun of all of this. I guess no one... Okay, yeah. I forgot my thing was up. I'm like, oh yeah, we were spinning. That was on my screen. Let's give it a little fade around the heads here.
Ooh.
I had it before.
What? Give me a good font for Def Leppard that's not their main font, because they don't have numbers. This guy's got.
It doesn't have numbers?
Yeah, you probably have to purchase the font to get the numbers. It's usually what happens with those.
Let me check here. 1 second. Here, I'm gonna send you a I'm gonna send you a link in the private chat here.
Okay. Perfect.
That one has numbers.
Awesome.
So, we've got plenty of people, watching us. I think we've been steady at over 10. Got up to 20 at one point, which I'll be honest, like we're not doing the most exciting thing, and we're not necessarily talking, a lot of fantasy football, which might be more of the but a lot of the people watching us are probably content creators. And what
Right.
would you guys suggest as, a couple design tips that might be useful for someone who maybe is a writer and wants to add something to their articles or whatnot? Like, what do you think would be a helpful suggestion, I guess, to help take that step? Maybe not so much like what we're doing, where we get really into, super design, but what do you see out there that people are doing that is helpful, I guess, from a design perspective?
That's a tough question. I don't know. Can I say that? Can I just say I don't know? There's a there's like a list of things. I guess if we're talking about writers, I'm just gonna have to post this. There's a graphic that I carry around everywhere with me, that shows alternatives to the Adobe programs, because for a lot of people, they want something that isn't going to break the bank or really cost them anything. If they're just doing it as a hobby, they don't want to invest a lot of money into it. But in a lot of ways, I think that the best thing would be to, take some of these. Again, there are free options out there that are more or less within a browser that mimic Photoshop, and just learn it to the point where you can create, drop in an image, put some text over it, and just kind of create a template and just take the time. I think that's a lot of things that a lot of people don't necessarily realize is like, oh, it takes forever to learn these types of things. If you put in like a solid, I'd say like 2 hours, you get the gist of it, to go out there and make what you need to do just to get something out there that looks presentable. I'd say that's one of the biggest things, is just like taking that time. Like, it's not this intimidating piece like if you're watching this might make it out to be, because I can definitely understand if that's something that does come into play for some people.
Well, it's like you're watching your mechanic at the garage. He's gonna be a lot quicker and better with the tools, but that doesn't mean you can't jump on YouTube and change your brakes yourself. It might take you 3 times as long, but hey, you still did it in the end. I would say that our schooling does go a long way to help you get an eye towards the design and like what looks good and what to do. But when I went to school, they actually didn't teach us how to use the programs at all. In that sense, pretty well self-taught.
What school didn't teach you?
Yeah, my university, like they
oh,
said
God, that would kill me.
Yeah, they said, you know what, we're here to teach you the high level like design traits and principles and everything, and it's up to you to actually learn the program. So if there was something new I wanted to learn, I had to YouTube it. Yeah.
Oh man, that would irk me.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not to say that like when the teacher went around and saw like, hey, you weren't doing something right, they wouldn't tell you a shortcut or an option to consider. It was just, for the most part, we always joked. One of my logo design teacher would always say YouTube it whenever someone had a question regarding the program. YouTube it.
Like, to me, that just kind of screams like I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, interesting. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was such an interesting way of teaching, and I would have loved to have gotten more tricks. But if you really think about it, there's so much that goes into the creative suite that
that
you could
true.
do full semesters just on the programs. You could do a full 4 years. So
that's
they really
true.
were far more wanting to make sure that we could create like good logos, sketch them out, go through the process,
all that stuff.
Yeah. So
okay. So I've got this done. I believe there was a banner with this one. If I'm not mistaken. Now I gotta try and find it. There was a banner. Okay. Back to the drawing board and trying to find. So it's fifth. I don't have the credentials here, but it's 1,500 by 500, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there we go.
Man, I feel like I zoned out for a minute. I'm back. I've got my thing pretty much done.
Oh, nice. Share your screen
here?
so I can.
Yeah. Throw it once I can just paste this one in. It's a mess, so get ready.
Ooh. Nice. Look at that.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Look at all that.
Look at that.
See the IDP guys in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, added them in the fishbowl background. Then I gotta just move this up front. Take that out. I don't know where I'm gonna put the nerds yet. I want to put them near the draft Bible so people see them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I put them on the other side. Or I put them in the fish tank too. Is that not noticeable enough?
I can see it.
Yeah, but like I want it. I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely
Which
looks like a
part of it?
kaleidoscope.
The the logos in the fish tank are right here.
I
Increase
mean,
the
probably.
opacity. Are they?
Yeah.
Then I kind of lose out. But, that looks a little better.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you lose some of the leopard print, but it's okay. Let me move these down. Convert this to a smart object first. There we go.
I would say one thing, we might not have a lot of live viewers, but I know I was sending out the last link to a bunch of people that were watching on YouTube and enjoying watching our process. So we'll get plenty of eyeballs on all of this.
There we go. That looks a lot better. I got all the logos in there.
There you go.
You can see them. All right. That's the finished product. I'm going to change the fishbowl, actually. Ugh.
This guy really has. That's a weird haircut. Okay, I guess we'll go with that.
Why is his hair so weird?
It's like a little block on top of his head.
Like there was something about No Doubt, like in the '90s. Like I just never understood. Like I guess it was like the sex appeal of Gwen Stefani, but like I just like the music just never did it for me. Like there's something about it. Like, and I feel like I'm almost like in a like a like argument of my own on that end. That that's something I never really caught on to in that regard.
I like No Doubt. I mean, I was pretty young at that point. Wasn't listening to a lot of good music, I would say, but I can still jam out to some No Doubt when it comes on the radio.
Yeah, like these days, like I can give it a little bit more of a listen than I did, which is weird to say.
Yeah. I think music-wise, when you're younger, like you're a little more like stringent and critical, I would say, and then like as you get older, you just kind of like lose that because you're no longer like the in group of music because you're old, or we're old. I'm old. I will say I am old. I do not want to tell someone else they're old, but like I listened to music from when I was in high school, so like that's no longer. I mean, it's not popular anymore. Those bands as much. So
right.
I'm not hip to the times, I guess. So I don't put as much like. I like more things.
Well, and it's like I even like I'll turn on the radio every once in a while. Like I don't listen to the radio as much as I used to, but even then, like I'll sit here and like I'll listen to some of the newer hits that are so like in, and forget it. Like nope, not happening. Can't do this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not much of a fan of the radio in particular, but I do like some newer music. I like Machine Gun Kelly's new stuff, but all of that kind of is callbacks to the music I grew up on.
Right. Yeah, because he's gotten into well, didn't he just release a like a rock
Yeah,
album.
like a full pop punk album.
Yeah, like that's weird. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, of all the people to go out and do that type of thing, it's like, okay, well, to each their own, I guess, for what they
Yeah.
want to accomplish.
I mean,
going
he
to
does it
head
well.
out after this one, guys. It's a little late for me, and I just got back from driving home.
Oh, you're
Yeah, no
good. You're
worries.
good.
Doozy.
We're gonna keep
I'll
this
probably be
rolling.
wrapping up after this one too, because I'm on a banner and actually back to the office tomorrow for the first time in over a week. So
Oh wow.
nothing like the week when the nanny has off, and so you're at home with the kids, and you're trying to juggle watching a 3 and a 6-year-old, and try and work at the same time, and makes for some wonderful situations, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for having me on, guys. You can find me on Twitter at the name on StreamYard. And yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for joining.
Thank you, Maddie. Appreciate it.
Y'all have a great night, man. Keep it
All
going.
right, we'll see you. All right.
So I'm gonna switch over to here. See what you think. Oop, I am hitting the wrong buttons. Wrong screen.
What is happening?
It's just a little bit too close. There we go. Yeah, so the request was mountains. So I found some mountains, and that's what we're going with here.
There you go.
Put some type. Ooh, what is the No Doubt font?
I feel like that has to exist somewhere.
It's kind of not much of anything. It's just either handwritten or I guess this would work. I don't always like the cutout fonts where it's like um what is that? Like when they cut out words from a magazine and like paste them together.
Yeah. Not my cup of tea.
It's tough to make that really work with much. Why do you not want to just give me the download link? Sure, download all fonts. Let's hope this isn't going to wreck my computer. Dailyfreefonts.com. Not secure.
Oh, yeah, I get so worried about some of those sites, and it's like, do it for the Avi.
Mm-hmm. Right. What is this called again? Kilnam? Oh. Ouch. Nope. Kill. Nope. Where I just put it in. Where are you now? Guess I could do Black Casper, but that one's kind of bad. What is it named? Yeah, it is Kilnam. Kil. Oh, Clinkomite.
Clinkomite.
That's what it
That's a
comes out
different one.
as. Yeah. It's not terrible actually. I don't want it to be on the outside, and I want you to be there. You come on. Come on. Stay over on the other side, man.
All right. I think Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm done on mine. Fancy schmancy up. Kind of.
Nice. Let's see if I can't put it. Still has drop shadow. Is that? Yeah. I don't know if I like that. Let's go back to black. Definitely don't like the drop shadow on it.
I mean, could you try a even a white with like a black glow behind it?
I could do. Let's try white.
Just thinking out loud.
Let's go ahead and create into an outline for this one. What we're going to do is duplicate it, and we're going to make this one black. And we're just going to put it behind it. We're going to see. That's not bad.
I almost think you need to fill in each of the letters so it's not like it's not cut out.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lock these so I can get in here real good. And what we'll do is if I just merge, come on, you really aren't gonna do that for me, are you? Here is the other option. Cancel that. And we're going to just cut out that. Now we have the backs. It's backwards. Come on now. That's not terrible.
No, I think that works.
Yeah, let's make it bigger. I'm going to group it, and I think I'm going to try warping it a little bit. Not that much. Problem is that I need to warp it this way. Yeah, I'm going to probably finish this one up and then be done. Thanks, everyone, for joining us.
I've got all mine completed here. We're good. All right. I have a feeling I'm going to lose power at any time. I'm in a soundproof room and I can hear the thunder outside.
That's crazy.
That's not like all of a sudden I hear this rumbling. I'm texting my wife. I'm like, what is going on up there? And she says, it's thunder. I'm like, oh, that's a big storm.
Yeah. All right. What are we at here? We're at 10:45. You're having some problems. I've got a little bit to get this done. So thanks everyone. Brian here, the last comment. We do awesome work. Thank you. And I'm glad it was entertaining. I mean, we just kind of talk back and
like
forth,
Bob
chit-chat
Ross here
while we're doing this, and to me in my head, I'm like, why would anyone watch this? But if we're entertaining enough, then and it looks cool and all that stuff. Yeah, we'll try and get some more of these done. These live streams in the next couple. I don't know. Well, we've got time until the draft, so
we got
2
2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks, and I believe around 160 to go as it stands.
Yeah, there's quite a lot. So there's plenty
A
of
lot, yeah.
material.
Yes,
So
that there is. So we'll
we'll
power
let
through.
everyone know when the next live stream is. If you were part of the contest, I do apologize if we didn't get to you. I did have this, suspicion of like, hey, like, why don't we just get everyone? But 8 people, I guess
It's a lot.
it's
It is
just
a lot.
it's a lot. That is a lot. So in even
Yeah.
in 2 hours. So
Yep.
but
For
all
sure.
right,
For sure.
I'm gonna end the broadcast. Everyone have a great time the rest of the night. Follow. Let's do the banners here. Make sure get your SFB Avi at sfbavimakers.com, as well as follow on Twitter at SFB_Avi makers. And of course, I'm at Nate Cheat. This is at Steven_Roto. And until next time.